So Jason, one of the biggest questions you get all the time is about SEO, and I get it too.
Yeah.
But you're kind of the expert in the space, and one of the things that you shared, which was just so helpful, is like agents always want to be like, if I type this in, I want to be page one of that search. And a lot of times the assumption is that if you became page one
Okay.
with a particular keyword search,
Okay.
then people will go to your website, they'll call you, and they'll sell their house with you or buy a house with you. That's the assumption.
Yep.
So I want to rank with SEO for that purpose.
Okay.
I mean, we get a lot of that, right?
All the time.
And so one of the first things you just said is, number one, is that even a term that's even searched?
Right.
And you were able to basically say like, no, like in fact, half of the search terms that agents want to be searched for, nobody even searches for that term.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
So it's like the typical home in X city, as if like that's the only thing that's searched, and you want to compete on that highest level with like the Zillows and the Redfins and like the big Realtor.coms that are out there.
man.
So I mean, really, we've got to have a better philosophy, strategy, and tactics in like this new age and time about SEO.
That's true.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, one of the first things that I like to kind of start out with is the difference between SEO and local SEO.
Oh, that's
Okay.
really helpful. Okay.
Right. So as real estate agents, we're not as concerned with, say we're located out of Seattle, for example. We're not as concerned with somebody in Miami, Florida, finding our content as we are somebody in our local neighborhood.
Because most transactions, everybody's always like, but I want everybody.
Well, yeah.
However, most transactions are done locally.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying we're not going after everybody.
Right.
Okay. The big master plan is we're going after everybody, but we got to start somewhere.
Right.
Right. And I remember there was a book I read, Niche and Famous, and it talked about, first grow in your niche so that people can see you, and then soon everybody can see you.
That makes sense.
So what we want to try to do is focus our keywords and our activity on that local, and the smaller we can get, the better. And I know that just is like so painful for so many agents. And I say, okay, what area do you want to focus on? And they're like, the state of Washington. And, okay,
Yeah.
I get that.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing. I fall guilty, so some of the things we can do to focus on our local SEO versus our SEO is just establish a business name,
Yeah.
address, and phone number.
Wow. Sounds simple. But I bet like 99% of the people who are watching this video don't have that set up.
They don't.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's the work address and the P.O. box, and there's our home address, and so we're not consistently using that same address. And then our business name, sometimes it's our name, sometimes it's our real estate firm, sometimes it's this idea that we came up with back in 2010 when we bought some domain name.
Right.
And then our phone number is maybe sometimes our office number and sometimes it's our cell phone. You see, it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
And we have to, and this seems silly, but we have to create a name, address, and phone number, and we call it a NAP. Mm-hmm. And that's an identifier for Google.
Got it.
And that's how they know where we are, and that's how they know what local search, to start to try to get us to rank for.
Right.
Right.
So actually, this is a perfect example where don't watch anymore. Just go do that one thing now, right? I mean, and Jason, it's like people like, I still don't know how to do that.
Right.
They could Google or YouTube that question.
Yeah.
But the little tip right now is just like, it'll walk you through exactly that. So in essence, you're saying, don't worry a little bit less about the general terms like homes for sale in Seattle, right?
Yep.
It's more like if your name was searched,
Yep.
are you a business? Because as a real estate professional, you're a business. So did you do your NAP?
For example, so I talked to an agent the other day who's been in the business quite a long time, many years, has done hundreds, if not thousands of transactions. I really don't know, but I searched for that agent's name on Google,
Yep.
and it didn't even show up.
Okay.
And it's like, well, okay, how does that happen?
Yeah.
And, so the first things first. If we get a referral from somebody,
Yep.
and Alice says, hey, go use Jason Fox, real estate agent.
Sure.
Okay. even though Aunt Alice had a great experience, even though she said, yeah, do it and it's good, I'm still probably going to what?
Yeah, you're gonna research. You're gonna
Still
Google
gonna
them.
Google them,
Absolutely.
right?
You want some credibility, validation, right?
Yeah, and that trust factor.
Of course.
And so if I go to Google Jason Fox and it doesn't pop up, then who am I doing business with, right? So it's important that we just pick a name, and it's fine. And this is a tough one. Like, well, what name do I choose? It's okay. Remember, this is just online. It's just one little spoke in our marketing hub. So just pick one name, one address, one phone number, and then build all of our online profiles around that.